Welcome back to another episode of Speed Metal Comics. Yeah! With your host, me, Jesse Jardine. Caspian's right there, looking at me, being weird, like always. So, today's collection on Speed Metal Pickups episode whatever is a Facebook Marketplace one, I believe. And this one took a couple months to come together. The girl sent me some pictures, radio silence, some pictures, radio silence, text, radio silence, blah, 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 over and over and over. Nothing new, nothing I haven't dealt with. But yeah, it was some older stuff from the 70s. I tried to find out more about these, but, well, I guess not so much 70s, more 80s, I guess, kind of mix. But yeah, there was some cool stuff in it. So she came over here with all these in the back of her minivan or SUV type of thing, I guess. And it was really hard to go through because it was like literally just like in boxes, completely stacked, no bags or boards. Well, there was a couple bags, but they were like Ziploc freezer bags that some of these were kept in. But I did see a couple keys in there and I was like, okay. And of course there was an entire box of Archies, which will be wonderful kindling for the campfire out at our jam space in Langley, a place nobody ever wants to go. But yeah, so she turned out to actually be a fan of the news outlet that I work for. And so that was a fun conversation. And I made her an offer and she accepted it and left very happy. And yeah, it was all in all a pretty good pickup. There isn't really like a crazy story going on here. The comics belong to probably her girlfriend. I'm going to go out on a limb and say that she was a lesbian. She was also French, and she said tabernacle a bunch of times. And I finally found out what tabernacle means. It's kind of like saying Jesus Christ, like the tabernacle on the outside of the church, I guess, or whatever. So that was interesting. But yes, she was very French, and this was a pretty dang good collection. So without further ado, let's get straight on into it. What's up, guys? I am getting over a sinus infection, so I'm going to start ripping through these. Pretty good pace. Let's do it. So we got a bunch of classic X-Men covers. Sorry, I just really like that cover. Cyclops cries and leaves. There's another classic. And these are weird too. They're like closed. I don't know if the comic shop did that or what. It seems to only be those first three. Kitty Pryde quits. Girl fight. Kitty Pryde's like, yo, I'm back. It's all good. Yeah, they're all pretty good condition. And then we're into some Daredevils. 132, some writing. That's the second appearance. First, yeah. Pretty damn close to a first appearance, but nothing in here was really too mint anyways, so. Oh yeah, I noticed a couple of these are pence variants. Wonder if those will ever catch on, like Canadian price variants. There's another pence variants right there. Yeah, and some of these are in like extra, like it's like Ziploc freezer bags almost. The keys will be at the end, but there was one in here, obviously. Cool cover. Cool cover. Classic Frank Miller. These ones stick together. Now we're into some Fantastic Four, starting at 187. 189, pence edition.
First appearance of Ben Grimm's Aunt Petunia. Wonderful. Just wonderful. Avengers 200. Isn't that the one where Hank Pym like beats the shit out of his wife? That's fucking crazy. That's a cool cover I've never seen. All right, that should be enough to stop taking them out. Brady Bunch. Someone just had to write 50 on there, didn't you? There's a classic cover. So I might not be as entertaining as I usually am. I feel a little under the weather today. And I've been putting this off for like 2 weeks. There was only a little bit of Spider-Man in here. Spider-Man 206. Spectacular Spider-Man 28. 33. And some Spidey stories. Marvel Tales. Wouldn't be a collection without some reprints. Wonder Man. Marvel Premiere, that is, sorry. Machine Man. I think there's some significance to that, but I can't really remember what it was. Black Panther. There was one Luke Cage there. New Mutants #1. Not bad condition. Iron Man. I think that's part of the whole I'm an alcoholic run. Eternals. I will never get over that haircut. Unforgivable haircut. Some Captain Marvel stuff. I kind of honestly forgot a lot of this stuff. And then there's some Thor. $2.29, 8 pence. $2.38. Colors pop on these. And then we're into some Captain America and the Falcon. This is one of my favorite covers ever. It's a better condition one than the one I normally have. Or that I already have. And of course, someone had to write on that. I think that's pen too, so. But I love that. I have a ton of Captain America. I just keep getting them in lots. And you get back on Whatnot. I've been lazy. When the summer came, comics took a back seat. Girls took a front seat. I'm not exaggerating. I think that's why I'm sick. Okay. Ghost Rider. Some cool stuff. Awesome cover. Awesome cover. Awesome cover. These are all bangers. I think that's the first Zarathos or something. The Defenders. Sorry, there could be keys in here like I said, but I can't really remember. And I'm in a bit of a low poopy baby mood right now. What if Daredevil? What if? Bunch of what if. What if indeed. What if Spider-Man and Nightcrawler? Oh, team up. See, that's how dumb I am right now. Thing. Bunch of 2-in-1. Some Thing. Well, these are all still Marvel 2-in-1. And some reprints of the Avengers. Everyone loves reprints, don't they? Some Contest of Champions. Master of Kung Fu. Dazzler. Marvel Age, Star Wars, and an Alpha Flight 47.
For good measure. Some Canadian content. Let's break it up a little bit with some Treasury comics. All right, so we got Batman versus Hulk.
Where can I bring it here?
Yeah. Pretty nice copy, actually. Needs a bit of a press. But yeah, pretty nice. I don't even know if they grade these. They might. There you go. Superman and Spider-Man. So apparently someone wrote that on there. Wonderful. Thanks, Brian Lee. Cool cover. This was a weird one. I had to do some research to figure out what this was. It turns out there's like an extra cover to this, and someone tore it off. And that's why I couldn't figure out what it was. I was like, do I have a super rare variant? Nope. You have a trash variant. Because someone tore the cover off. Superman and the Fortress of Solitude. Magazine you demanded. Superman 2. Pretty sick. Close Encounters of the Third Kind. We Are Not Alone. And these are actually from an older collection, but these last two. It's a pretty nice one. Actually, no, it's not. And Howard the Duck. Nice.
What? Are you serious right now? What do you think you're doing over here? Being all cute? Can I touch this? Can I touch this? Can I touch in here? Hey, be nice to me.
All right, you guys know how well versed I am in DC. So here we go. This is a DC box. I'm not even sure if this came in here, but there's a Team America 1 through, I don't know, 5. 1 to 5, yeah. So there you go. Night Mask. I'm not even sure if this stuff. Thor 1. Yeah, okay. This is just the last of the random crap. All right. So we got some old Batman. Yeah. Cool cover. A lot of these are really cool. And again, yeah, this was all just like in random boxes stacked on each other. So it was quite the undertaking sorting all that. Vampiric Batman. Nice. And then we're into some detective comics. Taped it up. 451. I guess that's pretty old. These are all like, I feel like annuals, are so thick.
That's what she said. Haha. This feels like an annual. That's what she said. Look at all these Batmans. There's a lot of Detective Comics in here. Now we're into Action Comics. Pretty action orientated. Man, like whenever I see Superman, I'm just like, yeah, it's pretty much all worthless. I went through and looked all of it up, and yeah, I don't know. Never been much of a Superman fan. I did try a couple years ago. I don't hate him. It's just like never really grabbed me very much. Tons of Superman. It's gonna start ripping. Superman still. And some annuals. And then a bunch of DC Comics Presents. Just had to write with that, didn't you? I always seem to miss out on the first He-Man and Skeletor. But there is a lot of them in here. Brave and the Bold. People and their or what are those grease pens. It's not as bad. At least you can kind of get it off. I got it off one of the Batmans. Oy, this stuff really makes my arms tired. You wouldn't believe it. Every time I do a transition, I take a beer drink though, so. A lot of Brave and the Bold in here. That's a cool cover. And then some new Teen Titans. 4, 8. And we're into some Justice League. Superman family, Batman family, Flash, Legion of Superheroes. I think there's like a ton of something in here. Oh yeah, I should say like a ton of Legion of Superheroes. I was like, wow, all this stuff's worthless pretty much. Superboy and the Legion of Superheroes annual, and then tons of Legion of Superheroes. I'm not going through all, but there's a lot, like a lot. World's Finest, All-Star Squadron, Dial H for Hero, Adventure Comics. You know, all the absolute dredges. Starfire, some Superboys. Sorry, I'm getting lost here now. Iraq, #1. There's a bunch of Iraq. Or is it 1 through 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 1 to 13 of Iraq. Or Orion. 1 to... I don't know, something. 1 to something. Yeah. Camelots, Again, don't care now. Batman Outsiders. Batman Black and White randomly. So for some reason, they decided to buy 2 comics in like 1998 or whatever. And then, yeah, crap. All right, on to the keys. So, got some Star Wars, the only 2 in there. So this is a first appearance of the Rogue Squadron and some other things. Yeah, kind of cool. Empire Strikes Back. I think first cameo appearance of Yoda. Sick. First Lucius Fox, and the first kiss between Batman and Catwoman. Pretty steamy. Yeah, so this was pretty damn close to the first cameo of Darkseid. 134 would have been that. But this is like the first Acropolis and some other crap. So I pulled out this Suicide Squad because apparently this is really rare and pretty much doesn't exist in a newsstand 9.8. This one's not a 9.8 upon further inspection, but still pretty cool. All right, now we're into some heaters. So I knew the first Cyborg, but the first Raven and Starfire, I don't know Starfire, and first Teen Titans or something? New Teen Titans? Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty nice, but pretty good spine wear. Maybe like a 7. First appearance of Grant Wilson, Deathstroke's son. Second appearance of all the stuff I just mentioned, like the new Teen Titans. And yeah, there's a nice one. First Deathstroke. That one's not bad. Maybe like a 9. Again, nothing too high grade. I couldn't believe what this goes for in a 9.8 with that newsstand. First Elektra. It's always funny that they spelled her name wrong on there. But yeah, that one's definitely not getting a 9.8 unless the grader had sex with like Megan Fox the night before or something. I don't know how good she's looking these days, but I'm sure it'd bump up the grade. First Rogue. It's got some weird line going up the side though, and a bit of a thing in the corner, but it's not bad. Maybe like a 7. And then some classic Wolverine 1 and 2 in newsstands. And then I kept this till the end because it's obviously the most important part. I have an entire box of coverless comics, mostly Archies though. There's a couple Spider-Man, but it's mostly crap. I'm gonna pull one out that was kind of interesting. It's like a Batman. I could not figure out what this is. It's like a Batman activity book because it's got a bunch of like reprints. Then it's got like coloring. What is it? Yeah, like whirly word. Like I literally couldn't figure out what this is. So maybe I shouldn't burn it, but I kind of want to burn it with everything else. Yeah, I'll probably just pull it aside actually. Maybe it's something real cool, but it also doesn't have a cover, so I'll probably just burn it. But yeah, it's a bunch of Archies. Bunch of Archies. And Richie Rich. If I do burn that in time, I'll put it in the video. If not, you'll just have to trust me. Wow. That was life-changing. I'm a different person. I don't even know if I'm really here anymore. We might all just be in the Matrix and I'm Neo. Or it was just a pretty good collection and I have mild brain damage, mild to severe. So I hope you guys enjoyed this pickup video. I got some more stuff coming down the pipeline. And yeah, don't forget to eat your Speedies.